Now at 6, a few dry days are really helping the flooding problems from earlier this week. Good evening, I'm Ellis Ivinson. In Fort Wayne, city officials say the St. Mary's River has already dropped around 2 feet since it crested Friday afternoon. News Channel 15's Sara Wagner got an update on the flooding this afternoon, and she has the latest on the cleanup efforts.
Fairfield Avenue is one of the dozen or so streets the city had to close earlier this week due to flooding. As you can see, the road's now back open, but a lot of water and damage still remains right next to it. Fairfield is the only road the city has opened so far. The neighborhood next to it still full of sandbags. Neighbors say the water has gone down significantly during the last few days. At one point, the man who lives in this home says it came all the way up to the sandbags. While the water is still high on streets like Calhoun and Tillman, the city says receding waters will become a more common sight across town this week. Even with more rain in the forecast, the city says the river levels dropping helps make more room for that water. It's closed its control center at Citizen Square and is cutting back on overtime for city utilities staff. The city is comparing this week of flooding to the one in 2003, when the St. Mary's River reached its highest point ever. This time around, there is far less property damage. The city says the flood control projects throughout the last decade are to thank for that.
And in 2003, we had well over 200 homes that had damage. We believe it's going to be somewhere between 10 and 15 of property damage in this flood.
Here's a look at some of the numbers for you. Since the flooding started Tuesday, the city says it's put more than 400 volunteers to work. It's used more than 30 pumps and around 50,000 sandbags to control the water. The city expects the majority of the other roads to open tomorrow. Reporting from Fairfield Avenue, Sara Wagner, News Channel 15.